So even though the hottest thing in Grand Summoners just came out, we have to go to something that's not so exciting. And I'm talking about none other than Sylph. Let's go. Right, guys? But today, we were lucky enough to be blessed by a fellow channel member by the name of Barrett that actually had a Sylph ready to go, ready to show off. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Appreciate him so much for technically sponsoring this video and paying my water bill. If you would also like to maybe end up in a future video, hey, you can become a member or you can subscribe. Either way, I mean, you have a chance to be in a future video. And because this is someone lending me their unit, I'm not going to be doing a lot of stuff with this unit. I'm just going to literally be showing them off, seeing what it does, and probably dipping. Just because I don't want to waste the other person's time more than I have to. So here's Sylph. If you don't know what she does, she is the support from this crossover. Her first ability is auto recovery level 8. This recovers her own HP by 16 per second. Critical resist level 2, which is critical resistance 20% up. Mixed blood elf, human, beast, and spirit attack 30% up. Her skill is able to increase her own heal amount by 10%. Her art is able to recover all allies HP by 30% and increase art gauge by 25 and increase all ally stats element resistance by 100% for 15 seconds. And the true art is 12,000% light damage magic, heal all allies poison, and reduce all allies damage taken and magic damage taken by 20% for 20 seconds. Her slots are 5-star heal, 5-star support, and 4-star magic, and that's pretty much all there is to her. She's kind of just like, I stand there and I buff your status, and that's all I do. So you're gonna see what she does. This is probably gonna be a very, very boring showcase to an extent, but we have Miranda, which is always nice. So one of the reasons why I didn't actually want to like show off this unit too much is because, to put it simple, your boy really doesn't like her. Like, at all. I think she's just too bland, man. Honestly, I really do. So we'll actually be able to see her stats element resistance in action here. So we have 100% stats element resistance thing for 10 seconds. And as you see right there, we didn't get afflicted by any stasis, which is extremely nice. And I know too, you guys may be asking, why don't we have someone like Mako on the team? Well, that's because I didn't want Mako to steal the show, because if I did that, then she's just gonna like insta-kill everything, which Juno's already going to do that to an extent. I mean, but this is pretty much the second coming of a Serpa. And that's like the main reason why I don't like her, because I feel like she's a little bit too much like a Serpa. Not entirely. I think to an extent, like defensively, she actually may be a little bit better, just for the simple fact that she gives damage resistance instead of defense up. I think damage resistance goes a little bit further in terms of that. But however, I think a Serpa is still a little bit better because she gives equipment CT, skill CT, and break power up on her true art, which is just insane. What does Sylph do on her true art again? I think it's, what is it? Oh yeah. It's actually a, what you call it? It's the damage resist passive, which is really good for Miranda, by the way. Let me just say, it will help out Miranda a ton in this fight. But you guys get the point, right? Like, it's just, I don't know. It leaves a very sour taste in my mouth because I feel like it's just a little bit too much like a unit that's already in the game. So that's kind of why I've been a little bit on the, she's kind of whatever. She is really good though, as you see here. She's able to support the team quite a bit. Granted, Juno is on the team here, but you know, she still is supporting. I mean, we haven't took any damage yet, but that's also due to Miranda. And we haven't got afflicted by any stats elements either, which is the 100% stats element resistance buff that she has, which I think her stats element resistance buff is a little bit better than that of, let's say, someone like Rimuru. Rimuru's stats element resistance buff isn't as good because Rimuru's is just like 100% stats element resistance, no art gauge, just a heal. So I think hers is a little bit better than that, but I still don't think like it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. The problem that I have is that with support units, they're very bland a lot of the times. Even Mako, a lot of them just stand there and then buff. That's it. Like, they don't do anything else. They don't really do any damage. They just kind of do that. Like, sometimes they have cool animations. Like, for example, a Serpa literally be out here whipping in the kitchen. Mako does a whole breakdance routine. You guys get the point. And let's see who actually recovered the most. And as you see here, only 7.6k HP, but that's mainly due to the fact that we weren't taking any damage anyway due to how defensive this team was. Point is, she's really good. She's really good. It's just she's not an exciting unit. But if you pull her, she'll definitely help you. But she's not a hype unit, if you understand what I mean. And as far as light goes, we did already have a defensive support for mono light, but now since we have another option that adds to it, but of course they're both crossover units, so that means they're limited, so it's not really a new option. So you see, it's the constant cycle of development with Grand Summoners where they just keep tying stuff to very limited things, and then new players keep getting further and further behind, and veteran players keep getting further and further and further ahead. And what happens at the end is the veteran players get so bored and sick of the game, they just wind up quitting, and the new players can't even compete, so they just quit too. And then we have these people in the middle that just stay with the hell. goodness. That's going to be it for this one. Thank you so much to Barrett for letting me show off his Sylph and paying my water bills. Thank you so much, man. If you wind up getting Sylph, she's probably, I would say, like, for a lot of people, the best unit from the crossover, especially if you didn't have a really good support unit out there already. But if you already have other support units, you know, she's going to be kind of lackluster, a little bit sleeper. But yeah, good unit. Nothing else to say here. It's Mini Boro P. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more. And last but not least, you guys already know, don't forget to drink water.